Session with Phrankleen. Um, if this is your first time stopping on my channel, thank you for doing so. So let's see who is online. If you're watching me for the first time, I'm the brain behind these platform, and one of my favorite things to do is the topic or segment called "Say It Like It Is," where we deal with eclectic topics that affect us, even as black folks or anything like that. So people send me their stories to Food Channel 1960 at gmail.com. You can look in the description for my email address. You can send me your stories. You can also contact me via that email address. So today, for those that have been watching me for a minute, what's up? What's going on, people? Nancy, what's up? Esther Project. Hit the like button so we can gain traction. So not too long ago, what's up, David? This channel hit the milestone of 100,000 subscribers. So so recently YouTube sent me my 100,000 subscribers plaque. All right. So it's a major milestone. I've been on this platform since 2013. Started off as a Nigerian food channel at the time, and I rebranded in 2019 to accommodate my talk show and stuff like that. So it's amazing. When I hit the 100K, I did a little bit of a live stream. But my plaque came in the post. I want to share it with you wonderful people in a moment. So tonight, it's a bit of a freestyle, just to have a nice session with you guys, and then a Q&A. Thank you for the congratulatory messages. So if you're online, let's have a bit of a Q&A session. Someone says season's greetings. What? Season's greetings. Wait, what? It's not even. Oh, Calvary Femi. So yeah, Q&A tonight. Let's bring your questions. Could be to do with any of our popular topics. You can ask questions. Let's have a bit of an interactive session. All right. So there's about 40 people online. I'll show you the plaque as we go through. As people join us, I'll bring it up. So this is my plaque. I don't know if you can see it. This is it. So it says, presented to Phrankleen for passing 100,000 subscribers. All right. So that's the plaque. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So that came from when I was seeing our dear Mrs. Victoria on the show. Someday soon when she wants to. All right. So this is the plaque. All right. Thank you. So as we crack on, I'll show everyone else. And this is a letter from YouTube that came with a plaque. You should do a live talk show. Well, like people attend in person. I'd love to do that, where we can get a venue and stuff like that. Thank you, Dinah. Thank you, people. So this is a letter. It says some 100,000 subscribers. This is basically from the CEO of YouTube. Just how far you've come. If each of your subscribers were a light year, they could take you from one side of the Milky Way to the other. That's far. And it's why today we're excited to celebrate your special YouTube journey with you. Not only have you brought a unique voice and style to the world, you've also created valuable connections and built a community along the way. In that spirit, YouTube is proud to present you with the Silver Creator Award, which celebrates your hard work and incredible achievement. Congratulations on this amazing milestone, just one of the many that we hope will follow in the future. After all, there are countless others out there who have yet to discover your passion and dedication. That's true. Whether they come to your channel to learn something new or just for a laugh, a whole new audience is waiting for you to inspire them just as your growing community continues to inspire you. We can't wait to see what you do next, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Yours sincerely, Suzanne. Is it Wolves G Key or something? Can't pronounce that. CEO YouTube. That's that. So once again, I want to say thank you to everyone that's shown me love, that's watched my content, all the abundance of eyeballs on my channel and eardrums, and people that click the like button and share my content. I appreciate you. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you for the support, man. So yeah, we in Gambia like your show. Somebody said, yeah, I'm going to bring my podcast back soon. I hit on the pause button. Femi said, when is your podcast? I'm going to come back to it, man. I had a bit of a challenge staying on top of everything with, life in the background and all that stuff. So it's a Q&A session, a bit of a celebratory segment with me getting the YouTube plaque. So let's have these as an interactive, session. We can talk about Africa, you can talk about Nigeria, businesses, and stuff. Q&A, ask me questions. Of course, if your question is a bit intrusive, on a personal note, I may not answer you. But let's talk as Black folks, as my viewers, my subscribers, my supporters. Let's have a Q&A session tonight. Congratulations, Phrankleen. What happened to your vids? Nah, don't worry about that, man. I'm not mentioning that person on my channel. Big up, Phrankleen. Congratulations, mate. I celebrate you. You're real and you say the way it is. Thank you. Thank you. From food channel to these awesome content. Yeah. So somebody said, what kept you in Nigeria for so long? Ha. It's just a choice. Trying to establish footings, trying to build businesses, like some of the things I discussed with you guys, which is a one-stop shop where in the not so distant future, I will be able to provide services to diasporans. And, as you'd appreciate, one of the challenging things for diasporans is when you ask people to take this for you from point A to point B, there's dishonesty, there's misuse of your resources and stuff. So my company will be able, land procurement, land verification services, to know that you're not buying into a land label as government acquisition, you're not paying money to fraudsters. So my company will be liaising with the relevant government departments and stuff, carrying out verification checks, building construction, project management, if you want to build homes and things like that, supplying of building materials, if you want to deliver food to your relatives, you want to do verification of results, documentations, things like that you cannot do because you're not on ground as diasporans. So my company will be bridging the gap between the motherland and the diaspora. And everything that we do, that we provide to you, there will be contractual agreement. So it's not a case of bish, bash, bosh. It's all done in black and white. So if you're paying for a service, you can see it. There's documentation. And if somebody's managing a project for you and stuff, you get weekly or daily or bi-weekly updates, whichever is relevant. So that sort of service will come to you very soon. So let me see. Hey, Phrankleen, glad to see you back. The live shows. Are you currently building in Nigeria? Project managing for diasporans like you in Nigeria. Does that make sense? So by watching your channel, I've learned that we all Africans have same family and political problems. Absolutely. Can you give us contacts of your spiritual leaders? No, I'm not going to give you contact of my spiritual leaders. I can talk to you about my beliefs in line with Ifa and stuff. I'll let you go do your own findings. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Thank you, Emma. 96 people. Dinah. What's up, Dinah? Good to have you here. Because we have more people joining us, I'll show you again randomly through the show. So this is it. This is the plaque, in case you've not seen it. So it says, Phrankleen for passing 100,000 subscribers. And that's it. It's brilliant. For me, I appreciate it. It's amazing. And I'm thankful, particularly to every single eyeball and eardrums that have lent me support, that have shown me love, that have shared my content. It doesn't even matter if you disagreed with me, but for showing me love, man. It means a lot. It's a major milestone in my personal life. Something that I started doing like a hobby. And massive thanks to my number one supporter. That's my lovely wife, Victoria. She started off with me when I started on YouTube. In fact, my first recipe video, if you go and watch it, you see me quivering in the background. Oh, I'm going to hang it. She was always been there with me in the journey, supporting me, particularly when I started the food recipe channel then as Nigerian food channel and stuff. She's always been there with me, supporting me in the background. You know, a major part of the spinal cord of the whole process. So yeah. Congratulations, Phrankleen, on this milestone achievement. Any plans of rebranding the channel in the future? No. The channel will always be called Phrankleen. It wouldn't get rebranded. Let me see. Are you considering to attend a live in-person Phrankleen talk? I like that, Phrankleen talk in London. Honestly, I'm ready to pay for it. You know what, Esther? That's a good point. Something I would love to give consideration to have a live show where, you know, people attend in persons, and it depends on the response to, if that I embrace the idea, then we'll have to plan, you know, find a venue, sell tickets on Eventbrite or whatever, promote it and stuff like that. And yeah, if the response is great, then why not? Nancy said, what about in Nigeria also? What's that, Nancy? What are you talking about? Congratulations also to your supportive wife, Victoria, and your children. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, nothing beats a supportive woman, and vice versa. A talk show. All right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. You're saying, what about in Nigeria? Yeah, it'd be nice to host one in the motherland. Of course, that's an amazing idea. You should consider a show at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Would you consider hosting a TEDx event? Yes, if I'm invited to the TEDx platform, if I get the chance to go on there, why not? I have a lot to get off my chest. I would love to blow the crowd out of the waters. If I get a chance to get on TEDx, of course, I'd love to. And if anyone has a link, you can get me on TEDx. Inbox me, foodchannel1960@gmail.com. I'd love it. I will attend in my best looking agbada. Boom. Dressed like a true African man. Advice for a young, sorry, somebody said a book. Oh, I'll definitely. That's something I actually have on my mind. Like a book. Yes, I'm going to write books, not just one book. That's a good question. Definitely, most definitely. Along the first book, along the lines of Black excellence and the Black struggle and all that. But I'll definitely. Advice for a young family of 4 relocating to the UK. Advice, a young family of 4 relocating to the UK. So I'm guessing that you've done your homework. There's a driving force behind your decision to move to the UK, right? So I hope lines fall in place for you. I hope you don't walk into a trap, and I hope, you know, lines fall in place or doors open for you. I hope it's a fantastic idea. As long as you're doing it legally, just be prepared for cultural shock. be prepared to get immersed into the dynamics of this society. So there's no amount of story. I don't want to present you with doom and gloom. I've lived in the system for donkey years, but prepare yourself, man. It's not to inflict you with fear, but, you know, yes, prepare yourself for cultural shock. Prepare yourself for discrimination. Prepare yourself for racism. Prepare yourself for ill treatment. Prepare yourself for glass ceiling. That's not to say you're not going to get to where you're going in life, but I'm just saying prepare yourself. It's a totally different environment. And as long as you've got these skin tone, you know, you will directly or indirectly, you will be reminded that the system wasn't created for you. So you can get the best out of it, depending on who you are. And I wish that your Ori, the main thing for me, you may not be a practitioner of Ifa or believe in that, but I will tell you, since you asked me, I hope that your Ori, that your universal data set really wants you to be in the West. If it's a place that you are bound to excel in, then fair enough. I hope that your Ori and the Ori of your wife and your children really is really spiritually wired to be in the West. It's very important. It's very important. One of the worst things that can happen to any person, regardless, it's one thing to have desire. We're humans. We migrate, we go to places. Oh, I want to go to the States, I want to go to the UK, I want to move to Germany. But are you really spiritually wired to be in that environment? So that's another thing. And prepare yourself for the monthly outgoings, bills, all right? The taxation. So, but I pray that everything work out well for you, okay? Prepare yourself for slave labor, working for the hours to pay bills. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Cooley. Thank you. I'm German, Nigeria. I want to relocate to UK. How good is that for me? That's up to you. German. There's nothing like a German Nigerian. You're probably German by papers, by your documentation. Maybe you have a German passport. There's nothing like German Nigerian. There is nothing like I'm a British Nigerian. There is nothing like that. You're a British citizen. Maybe you were born here, or British by your documentation. You're a Nigerian by bloodline. So you can't be British, all these fancy words. I'm German Nigerian. You're not German Nigerian. You're a German citizen by your documentation, but by bloodline, you're a Nigerian, you're an African. Yeah, you made your identity secondary. Are you into tech? I would love to connect with you. Yeah, I've got a tech background. Prepare yourself. Well, let me read some of the comments. So if you want to relocate to the UK, it's up to you. Do your findings, see what works for you. Congratulations, you are actually doing a good job. I have also initiated my husband to watching your channel. Ha! We've learned a lot from you. I wish you more wins. Darren Adigun. Thank you, Darren Adigun. What if is mixed? If you're mixed, you're an African. Yes, I acknowledge the fact that the person is mixed. You're an African, you're a Nigerian. Do you get it? And being African, being black, you are the prime being. Do you understand me? Hey, Franklin, what do you think about mixed folks? Do you think they are black people or biracial people? I think it's misleading when mixed folks say they are black because they're biracial. Well, yeah, they're biracial if you use those words and stuff, but they are black. Yes, Nigerian born, German. The labeling, man. I just keep it simple. You're Nigerian. Nigeria. I look at some people here in England. Oh, nah, the Nigerian Scottish. What? Scottish Nigerians. What? How does that even play in your mind? You're trying so hard. Nigerian Scottish, black Scots, Scottish Nigerian. You cannot be Scottish, be a Scottish Nigerian. Nigerian Scots. What? You're just Nigerians that grew up in Scotland, or you're just living in Scotland. Simple. You're not one of them. Nigerian Scots. They will laugh at you, man. Yeah, it's nothing but a feel-good phrase. Yes, 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 yes. Ensure you settle 50-50 or 70-30 or 60-40 business to avoid unnecessary inconvenience so you have a sound monetary transaction. What's that, Pauline? What's that? Ensure you settle 50-50 or 70-30 on the business to avoid. What's it? Relocating to give the kids a better opportunity at life. Sort of a leverage. You know what's interesting? I cannot knock that statement. But at the same time, that statement serves as a huge entrapment for a lot of black folks. You know that? We're relocating to give our children better opportunities. Can I exactly knock a parent or an individual for wanting to give so-called what they regard as better opportunities to their children? But, fam, so the so-called environment that you would love to give opportunity to your so-called children, then it comes, thank you, it comes at a huge cost. It comes. It comes at a huge cost. Daily microaggression, discrimination, violations, racism, oppression. Then we learn over the years to fine-tune our minds to accept it. Black people suffer a lot. We suffer a lot. We are the only race of people that we have emotionally and mentally conditioned ourselves to accept the toxic ways of our oppressors. We're the only race. We're not really wanted in other parts of the world, but we're not accepted. We're not wanted. We are the currency. They need us to survive. We are oppressed 24/7. That's facts. You don't even need Phrankleen to tell you that. So when people say to give my children opportunities, I'm not saying your children can't become medical doctors in England or in the States or lawyers, and it comes at a price. For you to become a successful, a thriving, a high-flying medical doctor within the oppressor's system, you can become a medical doctor, but there is more to life than the so-called pay pack. For you to become a high-flying, you pay a price, though. You pay a price. You pay a hefty price. And the height of the price of the hefty price is stripping you of your integrity, if I can put it that way. Fraternizing. Phrankleen, my statement was meant for the young family relocating. Husband and wife should consider how they manage their paycheck. Oh, all right, okay. Got you, Pauline. The reason I have a hard time accepting biracial folks as black folks is because one cannot have a black movement when the units in the movement report to a white. Well, the thing is, I get that, but if you're born biracial and stuff, what can you do? You didn't choose to be born, but I get what you're saying. I've just moved to the UK. I feel the discrimination a lot during job interview processes. That's normal. It's embedded into the system. They always shop around for a competent white guy that can do your job and stuff. If you have the skills, if it's inevitable, they will take you anyway. But the barriers are set in place. I think black women are given more powers than men in the West. And the reason, it's the Western system, for whatever reasons. And thank you for the super chat. We are afraid to love and prioritize ourselves. Seeing the divinity in one's own people demand you step up to the expectation of greatness. Boom. Ifa Brown, nature. What do you want to know about Ifa initiation? What do you want to talk about? Let me see. The comments are flying up. So, you see, let me address that, John Mike. I think black women are given more powers than men in the West. You see, black women and black men are on the same level in the West. So if it looks like some kind of powers is given to black women in the West, it's not because they love black women differently. In fact, really and truly, based on the way black women are treated, black women are not loved. They are labeled as too loud, aggressive, and intimidating. They always want to cage black women. So the sort of powers they put in their hands is to destroy their family structures. They use them as a medium to destabilize the black man. Do you get it? So for the internally blind black women, right? They get blinded. The powers given to them is an illusion. You don't exactly have any powers, but they give you those powers to use it against your men to destroy your family structure. Because why? If you have a family unit, a black man, a black woman, and a couple of children, and they give powers into the hands of the black woman, and she uses it to destabilize the home structure, when you kick out the man and stuff, the woman and the children alone become vulnerable. It's easier for the state to target you. And if they decide tomorrow morning to flush your children away from you, they will. Then you realize that the black woman doesn't even have any powers. You get it? The black woman and the black man combined are forces to reckon with. The black woman and the black man together on the same page, holding each other firmly, celebrating each other, upholding each other, is a major threat to the oppressors. You get it? So they use the divide and conquer template. They strip the black man away, they convict them unlawfully, they bang them up in prison, they destroy. They use the black man. So for those black women, the ones that are not sensible, they bait them with, oh, we're going to give you accommodation, you have the flats to yourselves. Oh, we're going to give you stipends, you can have this to yourself. Oh, they're going to give me a flat. That's why some women destroy their men. So by the time you then start to raise those children alone, you become vulnerable, you're struggling. The same system that aided you to kick out the black man, your black man to the curb, will be the one that will be antagonistic of your young black sons and daughters and label them as as criminals, and root them through the school system into the prison system. So it's a vicious cycle. The combination of the black man and black woman is a very powerful force. That's why the union of black men and women is constantly maliciously targeted. You get it? Thank you, Lionel. Sup, my brother. Is Ifa the same as Bokor? How much does it roughly cost for initiation? I don't know Bokor, man. I don't know nothing about that. I emanated from Oduduwa land, all right? So Ifa initiation, Ishefa is holding your hands like your induction. Iteifa is the full initiation, which I have gone through. So the costings involved depends on the custodian of the secrets of the universe, otherwise known as Babalawo in Yoruba. So it depends on what they're charging for their service. So that's not something that I can say for a particular person. Do you understand me? So what are their means fool, Lionel? They will even call, they label them as children of single. Hey, buddy, Phrankleen, always enjoy your sessions. Watching from Las Vegas. Peace, Niger. Baker, peace. What does African spirituality say about homosexuality? African spirituality actually acknowledges it. It acknowledges the fact that everybody is not heterosexual. Trust me. African spirituality acknowledges the fact that it's about Ori. Do you understand me? African spirituality, Ifa, is not drawn into the societal topics and all these, spectrum across the rainbow and all these man-made stuff. It's Orito Gbewaye, who are you? So your sexual orientation is totally irrelevant. It's your ori, iwa, your behavior. Who are you on the inside? Do you understand me? So your spirituality has nothing to do with your sexual orientation and stuff like that. Do you understand? Congrats on your 100 subs, bro. Been following you for more than 3 years. Salute. Thank you. Do you know about Polo Mayombe? No, no. Let me look at some of the comments, man. So yeah. Thank you, Baker. It's your Ifa is basically about your Ori. So as I'm sat here, what is it that I am about? What am I about in this dispensation? What is it that my journey to this universe? What's my journey about? What is it? What am I here for? What do I need to do in this dispensation? What am I called to do? What am I, the things I'm meant to do as an individual, the things I need to abstain from? How do I need to affect humanity for good? What am I called to do in this dispensation? Do you understand me? Am I in the right pathway? Am I married to the right woman? So, if I'm a heterosexual, I'm gay and whatnot, that's totally irrelevant because it's the Ori. That's what matters, who you are. Homosexuality has existed in Africa before the colonials invaded Africa. JR, yes, sir. Bang on the money, you're right. What is your view about black married to white? I don't have any views. I'm a black man. I'm married to a beautiful black woman who emanated from Oduduwa land. And that's that. How person want to know all these questions? Ask me, man. Let's talk, man. It's Q&A. You understand? It's Q&A session. Let's chat. You base a lot of your ideologies on Ori. The Bible says the individuals must work out their own salvation. Where does personal efforts come into play? I don't believe in the Bible. So, you understand me? The Bible which you reference came from the slave masters. Before they brought the Bible that you're referencing as a black man to Al-Kabulan, Asian Kemet, right? Before they brought that, African spirituality is what my ancestors practiced. You understand me? They flogged, they beat that religiosity into my ancestors. You understand me? So it's not for me. If you believe in it, that's fine. But it's not for me. That's just a simple message I try to pass on. I grew up as a Christian. I was born into it. So all of that nonsense, it's not for me. The day you see all these, the real Bible, right? You black folks that keep talking about the real Bible. What is real about it? What do you mean the real Bible? Do you have it in your house? The real. Even if, let me tell you this, there was a document, even if there was a document that says there was a genuine version of a particular Jesus that was dark-skinned like me and his hair was like mine and all that. I'm talking hypothetically. Okay, great. That's just an account. That has nothing to do with my spirituality. African spirituality, that's who we are. We are the prime beings. Do you understand? So there might be some, what you believe to be a real Bible in Ethiopia. That's fine if that floats your boat. That's a lie. At the pinnacle of some of the well-known fraternities that was formed by the white folks that they used to control the world today, at the heart of those fraternity, guess what? They use for initiation, even to shield themselves, even though a lot of them are done negatively, right? At the heart of those fraternities, guess what they do? What they apply? African spirituality. A lot of those white folks that are your managers at work that you know, that are in high places, governmental departments, right? They know about African spirituality. than a lot of the blind black folks that are busy at the bottom end of the spectrum defending the nonsense that they gave you for generations. It's intentional. The world is a big stage, is a giant script that they're using to run this planet. They thoroughly know about African spirituality. Of course, they are not going to come into the public domain to say, oh, if I let it me, oh, no, 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 no. Because if the white man comes out and start talking about Ifa in good light, what they are effectively doing is upholding black excellence. And the point of white supremacy is to ensure the black people are suppressed. So it will be counterproductive. So everything that emanated from the black race, from the black man, from the motherland, if you notice, was stolen, whitewashed. Do you understand me? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? At the heart of some of the well-known fraternities, they can present it to you as something else. At the pinnacle of them, they apply African spirituality. So the worst thing that can happen to you as a black man or a black woman is if you get absorbed into any of these fraternities. I'm not mentioning any particular one, but if you get absorbed and get sucked in, you would have gone in fully before you realize that you are being sold something that actually belongs to you organically, belongs to your bloodline organically. Fact. Look at what is happening with the Catholic. Look, man, forget that. Hello, Phrankleen. Greetings all. Excited I caught this. Like, congrats, Phrankleen. Thank you, Nubian Queen. Oh my, real Bible. No, it's real human beings, real present life without people interference. Thank you. My brother, a black man married to a white woman, is a setback. Believe me, whatever, man. Phrankleen, science agrees that a person named Jesus existed. The debate is whether it was supernatural or not. I'm not evangelizing. Please just provide. I get what you're saying. My brother, a black man married to... Oh, okay, I've seen that. Congratulations, well done, Mr. Phrankleen. Thank you. Smash the like button. If you can hear me, you can see me. Do you think that investing in organic agriculture can play a positive role in saving our planet from global warming? Absolutely. And it will put good money in your pocket in the process. Can you recommend... No, I don't recommend anything. Nope. You find your own way. Are we frying akara tonight? Wait, what? Well, to celebrate the plaque. Congrats, Frank. Keep going. Do you have plans making a live stream about mental health of black folks? If the topic comes up, I think I've talked about it before. Let's see, any more comments? Yeah. Bring in the questions, man. Q&A, people. Somebody said, why no recommendation? It's a personal choice. Hey, so, okay, let me give you a bonus information. If you are on Facebook, yeah, go and look for a group called University of Ifa. It's a big Facebook group. You would like it. If that's someone who likes Ifa, who is maybe considering the pathway or trying to get knowledge, or University of Ifa, go and look for it on Facebook and go and join the group. It's a good one. Start from there. It's called University of Ifa. Hello, Phrankleen. Good afternoon. Congratulations, Phrankleen. Do you plan to eventually relocate to Nigeria with family? Babito's world. Yeah, the motherland, Africa, at some point, of course. Do you have any Yoruba repatriation advice? How do you mean Yoruba repatriation? Grand's wing. What do you mean? Please talk about the Catholic community. Would you? No, not interested in that. I have been waiting to ask this question. Do you think those living in Europe need to move to the UK or Canada or America for one to achieve the ideal life most African people believe? You see what I said earlier? I mean, somebody said something earlier. What made you move to the West? It's a good question. I moved to the West when I was a lot younger. I was a young lad, you know. So, and I grew pretty much my adult life, you know, in the system, right? So, but at this point in my life, we learn every day with the knowledge that I have and all that. Don't move anywhere blindly. So, I would talk from the point of view of someone who is a proud and open practitioner of Ifa. And that's not me asking you to accept that. That's your cup of tea. You don't have to. But what I'm saying is, your Ori, which is your universal data set that you've brought to this dispensation, it's absolutely important that you check before you leap. There are so many people in the black community. There's so many people, whether Nigerian, Ghanaian. There's everyone, oh, I'm going to the West. Look for greener pastures. You understand, you know, if it was 1,000 of us on a plane, it's, you know, everyone has a justification. Why not? Let's go. But are you meant to be there? Some people are just in the system, barely surviving, slaving away for donkey years. So you've got to, you know, if I was just about to leave, the picture I'm painting here, leave Africa now, it's just check. It's one thing to have the desire to go to the UK. Great. On paper, to the eardrums, there's nothing bad. If you have the visa, you can get in. Why not? If you can get into the States. But are you really meant to be there, though? You understand? It's just like you face a direction, you're working as a teacher. You might not even be wired for that. That's where I'm getting at. And if you want to approach life blindly, you pay a hefty price. Time being the number one and major price. Time, years, rigmaroling, going round in circles, and just, pretty much just existing, not living in fulfillment. Paying bills, being trapped, and can't really say this is what you've done. There are plenty, abundance of people in the black community that have lived in the West, born here, and there was nothing to show. There's a reason. There is a reason, man. There are some of you, on a human-to-human level, there are people who have the hidden desire to go back to Africa, whatever part you want to go to Africa. But there is an element of fear. There is maybe lack of funds at this present time, fear of the unknown. What's going to happen? How am I going to cope? Will I cope? What if I fail? And things like that. They don't even have a plan. What do I do? But there is a desire in there. If that thing keeps coming, that thought keep propping up in your mind. That's your Ori. That's your universal data set, your Ori, nudging you, telling you. You see, every time that a particular thought keeps coming up, keeps propping up, there is a reason. There is a reason. That's your inner man. That's your Ori telling you. It just, it keeps telling you. If you do nothing about it, you remain in the hole. I actually thought Phrankleen was born and raised in Nigeria. Hello, Phrankleen. Congrats and nice the way you educate people. Everything you're saying is the fact. We need more people like you. Thanks. Kevin Kelly, thank you. Sammy, thank you. You might have to ask his dad, because Phrankleen moved to the UK when he was a baby, so his dad. So no settlement story for those who were born. Sorry, what's that? Always vibe, Phrankleen Sessions, Ninja for life. Hey, Baker. Where can I get? Could you tell us your story and how you were able to settle down in the UK? Nothing against the motherland. Wait, what? Sad. You need an immigration lawyer for that one. So, I'm not Nigerian, but Cameroonian. What's up? African nonetheless. Of course, we are one. I told my Niger friends how interested I am in Ifa and Yoruba culture. Most looked at me sideways. Do you think this will ever change? First, second, well, I'll tell you, there is a deeply rooted culture of hypocrisy in Nigeria, and it's the same across Africa. You see, let me tell you, whilst I am talking about Ifa, what makes me different? In fact, what I am doing is frowned upon in our society. It's seen as weird. What do I mean? They will try to label you as if, oh, this guy is diabolical and stuff. It's a lie. In fact, Those that you find in the front rows and front seats of your churches and your mosques and stuff, they are deep practitioners of Ifa, but they have the backdoor approach. Do you understand? A lot of them can't even live through their daily lives without consulting or right? Without touching base with Ifa. But in the society, because of the hypocrisy and the lifestyle of lies, people like to project a totally different image. The people you find in the front row of churches on Sundays with their armbands and shouting Jesus 24/7, a lot of them have custodians of the secrets of the universe, about 6 different ones on their speed dial. They have their Ifa, their Ifa pots. A lot of them have gone through full initiation. If you go to some people's homes, if you check their wardrobes, they have Ifa in their homes. When they wake up in the morning, their rituals they have to go through. I'm telling you, man. So the thing about me as a person is I walk in my truth. I don't care about your feelings or your preconceived notions. Or Felejo, you can say whatever. So I'm a proud practitioner of Ifa. I will say it anywhere, any day. I don't care about your feelings. So if you can say, oh, I'm a Christian, and the other person can say, oh, I'm a Muslim, oh, I'm a Buddhist, oh, I'm an atheist. So what stops me from saying I'm a practitioner of Ifa? So, and then you want to sit where you are and, oh, it's a practitioner of Ifa, oh, it's demonic. Oh. You can go to blazes, man. The hypocrisy in Africa, in our society, is absolutely jaw-dropping. If you go to the Igbo land, they have their versions of Ifa, and it's very, the Igbo version of African spirituality, very powerful, very potent. They don't play with it. Do you understand me? Ifa is potent. It's in black and white. It tells you who you are. It's amazing. It's a guiding light. Do you understand me? You can solve any problem. But of course, your way of life is going to be like that. Now, there was one thing I was saying the other day. The thing about all of this is now, thanks to Nollywood and all these crazy depictions of African spirituality, right? But what you've got to understand is, forget about spirituality or religion for a moment. The universe as it exists is run by both good and bad. Do you understand me? As a human being, straight out of the box, I have the ability to be good, and I also have the ability to be bad. So if I'm working in an office environment, I don't necessarily have to be a Christian or a Muslim and stuff. If I'm an evil human being, I can plot, conspire, connive to make sure I block your promotion at work just because I'm jealous, just because I'm evil. And also, I may be part of the people that sit in the boardroom where they ask me about, oh, Phrankleen, what do you think about Peter? And they're doing appraisals and looking at your track. Oh, I think Peter is an amazing guy. I think Peter is fantastic. He's due this promotion. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I can also conspire. I'm so jealous. I can conspire with people to steal your car. I can conspire to hijack your wife. I can do something bad to your children. And I can also see that you are on your dying bed, that you need money to pay for a new kidney or liver. And I can help you. I can put my goodness into the universe. I can help you raise money just so that you stay alive. So every human being has the ability to indulge in goodness or negativity. So the same in African spirituality. You can choose to go in the good side of it, and it will work for you. And there are people that circumvent those known secrets and powers, right? To attack people, to carry out evilness. So that doesn't exactly define African spirituality. So the misconception that's been spread is, when you hear Ifa, it's something bad. No, it's not. But here's the news. If you choose darkness, if you choose to be evil, if you choose to be dreadful, if you choose to, say for example, I go and unscrupulously access another human being's data set. In Yoruba language, you go and tamper with someone's existence, someone's glory, and try to unscrupulously use it for yourself. Which means the universe, at some point in this dispensation, there's no heaven or hell, will pay you heavily. you will reap whatever you sow in that regard. Do you understand me? Just like when you put goodness into the universe will reward you accordingly. So I hope that makes sense. Franklin, I understand you possess some unique knowledge about how the universe works. That being said, we've seen countless of evil coming from your part of your belief. What are you talking about, man? That's exactly what I just explained. Okay? So when you are trying to, your argument will be baseless if you're trying to label Ifa as being evil. It's not. It's the humans. So for example, Ifa doesn't lie. Do you understand me? So if I go and do divination right now about, maybe I'm trying to go into business with someone and I'm trying to check if it's a pit of peril, if there's a way in there for me, right? And through the divination, the person that stands as a medium between me and the universe is called the custodian of the secrets of the universe, otherwise known as Babalawo in Yoruba language, right? They are specially initiated people, they embody powers. They have the ability to be truthful and say, hey, this is what Ifa says. If they choose to be unscrupulous, they can bend what they've seen, maybe to extort money from me, right? The dubious ones, you know them. Or if they tell me that, hey, man, don't get involved in this car selling business or partnership with this person. And then initially, I decide to be a he-goat about it and I go in the other direction. Now, Ifa has told you, the universal powers will work against you. So when you land into trouble, it's not Ifa's fault. That's your own doing. Does that make sense? For those of you that always like to, and it's usually non-practitioners of Ifa, you sit on the fence and you are opinionated. You always like to say stuff about what you don't know. So don't even try to engage me because I'll blow you out of the waters, man. You don't know anything. I talked to a friend. What angers me is black men's unwillingness to respect and love each other so we can unify for purpose and not to materialism. He responded, for most of you, us in the hood, all from men, kindness is weakness. Thank you for the super chat, man. That's correct. Goodness, honesty, integrity doesn't know religion, period. Of course, people are evil, not divination. Regardless of the religion, people are good and bad. Thank you. That's the message I'm trying to pass. Franklin, bro, I understand all what you're vibing, man. As a Yoruba living in the US, I know better, man. Hello, Franklin. The Bible you speak of transcend what is written in black and white. Those words are actually words of the Spirit. Ah, leke. Okay. Not tonight, Satan. Ask me other questions, man. We don't have to get caught up in let's talk about other things, okay? Can the consultation of Ifa help and find out if your partner have an extramarital affair? Of course. But may I say respectfully, this is not like a cheat sheet for you. But if you want to demand equity, make sure that you come with clean hands too. So what I'm saying is, whilst you are concerned about a partner that may be dodgy and all that, make sure that you are also not dodgy. You get it? So if you go before Ifa, there's something called issue. Not the issue that the oppressors define to you as Satan. If I take matters before issue, right, to find justice, issue runs justice with a blindfold on. Okay, so it means if my hands is not clean in the particular affair, if judgment were to come out from issue, it will affect me. So make sure that's why Iwa, your character on that Ifa is absolutely crucial. All right. Why was Ifa not deployed during the slave trade? I don't know. You want to ask them? Formidable Z, for those of you that have just joined, this is the plaque. This is what we are celebrating today. Franklin for passing 100. 100,000 subscribers. All right. Sent to me by YouTube. So for those that have just joined that you've not seen, so yeah, that came. And I'm delighted. I'm delighted. It's a milestone. It's just, one of those things. But thanks to you, wonderful people. This is it. So yeah, let me look at some of the comments. Love the content. Also, I have a question. What are your thoughts on omnism? Omnism is a belief that truth is one of, not one religion or the other, but each one is an expression of truth. I haven't got comments in that regard. I don't practice that. Yeah, it's fireworks. Did you see me jump? That's fireworks. Yeah, we're going to 200K. Sassy Funke, what's up? Humans do not want to understand because we're always in denial. Yeah, that's something. Phrankleen, Haiti has deployed a far variation to avoid being enslaved. That's great. Let's see. Let me see. Is there any particular place we can worship? No, there's no particular place. You get immersed into it, and there's no bond. There's no any of these like these conventional ways, man. It's you and you and the universe. You dig. So you may have a custodian of the secrets of the universe that you consult, that guides you in your pathway and stuff, but you must find your pathway. You must. Every human being is called to this dispensation for something wonderful. So that's what I'm saying. Right, let me see. Niger for life. Vibing your ways and today, waiting and... So, any more... Sorry, I forgot to say congratulations. Also, Franco, be honest. Do you think a country like Nigeria will exist in 50 years? I don't know. 50 years time, I hope I'm still here. Nigeria is an amalgamation of Britain. I think we know that already. So, hopefully. Phrankleen, can you pronounce my last name? Of course, Olonuoje. Come on, man. Stop it. You're trying to test a brother. Congratulations, Phrankleen, on your great success. Thank you, man. I don't like engaging in religious stuff. Ifa is not a religion. Let me be clear. Ifa is not religion, first of all. It's about spirituality. Two separate things. Somebody said Sugar Walls topic, Biko. Bring it on now. Bring on Sugar Walls question. Phrankleen, my wife has not given me access to Sugar Wall in about 4 months. We are in denial one way or the other. Right. Let's see. I'm gonna say Femi, no Sugar Walls. Yeah. Right. In the church, they tell people to lead a positive life to please God, not to be a better person. And as such, the day the backslider return to their old ways with immediate effect. Oh, well. So I've asked you people to the Sugar Wall Pencil Factory. I've asked you to, it's a Q&A. Let's bring up questions. We've got questions about the motherland. It's like people are quiet tonight. Before I drop shutters on the show, how well developed is the West Park Gardens? Let's talk about that. So for those of you that are, thank you, wealthy man, we'll talk about that. Those of you that are interested in owning lands in the motherland, I'm in partnership with Adron Homes and Properties, right? Email me to foodchannel1960@gmail.com. Ask me for the application pack. Now, there are some people that are expecting me to reply their emails. Forgive me. I will do. Forgive me. I'm not ignoring you, okay? Ask me for the application pack. Adron Homes and Properties are fantastic. A lot of you have bought lands from them through me and stuff. So somebody asked me a question. West Park and Gardens, Ayegun Olayo, is based in Ibadan, right? They got lands across Nigeria, particularly in the southern part. So Lagos, Abuja, everywhere. So West Park and Gardens, the massive estate. And how developed is it? There are tons of ongoing building projects. Tons. Buy lands now. And the thing is, you can buy outrightly. You can put down a deposit and you can pay monthly. You can spread it across 12 months, 6 months, or 2 years. All right? There are tons of ongoing projects in West Park and Gardens across Adron Homes estate. All right. So yeah, post-study visa is back, and Nigerians are applying for student visa in mass. Will they change the system again? Your response to Dinah Quema video back way back. They do these things. The impact of Brexit and all these things is to reel people in, is to suck people into the system. It's a mental condition. And the truth is, when you find your footings and all that, you want to remain. You help the GDP grow. So you get what I'm saying? So when they've had enough again, they will close the door on the post-study visa again. They will move the goalpost again. That's been done over the years. So yeah. Congratulations on you. I've stumbled into your sessions. I hope to follow you from here. Wakil, thank you, thank you, thank you. Franklin, do you have advice as to how to deal with a religious Muslim family that's villainizing and shaming you for not practicing? I like that word, villainizing, and shaming you for not practicing. Nobody should force anybody or impose religiosity down your lungs. That's narcissism. That's emotional blackmail. It's really toxic. So the best advice is, because they will treat you like what they call an infidel, an outcast, because you're not practicing, remove yourself from those people or from that environment. Keep them, miles away from you, for your own mental well-being, for your own sanity, for your own peace of mind. There's a reason why your inner person doesn't want to practice. You don't have to. If they are hounding you and maltreating you, subjecting you to toxicity because you're not practicing, remove yourself and go live your best life. Just like the visas for truck drivers, and then move the goal. Exactly. There was a shortage of HGV drivers in the UK, so they've just abruptly brought out, another visa. So the moment they have abundance of truck drivers now, they close the door, they move the goalpost again. It's what they do, man. It reeks of arrogance. Franklin, with all the knowledge you have about the West now, if you were in Africa, what would I have done differently? Good point. Of course, I'd live my best life. And what would I do differently? One step at a time, I will emancipate the people that I come across. Everywhere that I am, I project the light. I am an emancipator by universal calling. So I will emancipate. One of the things I love to do back home is to host talks, educate young girls and boys, young adults, people that desperately, blindly want to travel abroad, people that might potentially become victims of human trafficking. Traveling is not the problem, okay? Doing it properly, being aware, having a plan, knowing what you're about to step into. Don't do it blindly. Don't tell me because you desperately want to leave Nigeria because of Buhari, you want to go to the UK with a visitor's visa. Yaloma Jayaku. If you do that, you're an idiot. You want to travel to the US blindly on the wrong visa just because you think Nigeria is not working. You're joking. You are joking. You're going from what you regard as frying pan, you are dumping yourself into a major endless fire. Do you understand me? So, watching from Norway. So, Peter, thank you, brother. Aside the cost of a plot of land, are there other hidden charges? If yes, what's the average cost of those? There is no hidden charges. I don't like that statement, that word, that phrase. Hidden charges would be when somebody intentionally, gives you a false impression of someone and conceals, the true picture of that thing. There's no hidden charges. So this is it. There are one of two options. You can buy land and keep it for investment purposes. Do you get it? And you can sell it off later on down the line. Now, if you buy a parcel of land with Adron Homes and then you express interest to build on your land, then you pay them developmental fees. So developmental fees are based on, like, the developmental fees for the lands in Ibadan, for example, will be totally different from if you bought a land based in Lekki or Shimawa or in Abuja, depending on the location where the estate is in the country. Do you understand me? So you pay developmental fee, but what they do is they ask you to pay at least 80% of your developmental fee for you to start building, and then you can pay off the rest at an agreed date. Do you understand me? So the developmental fee covers your architectural design if you're building a duplex, structural design, um, um, filing your survey, getting your land documents, um, also covering the amenities that you benefit from within the estates, the playgrounds, the basketball courts, and all of the facilities, electricity, and all that stuff. You get it? Yeah, foodchannel1960@gmail.com. You seem to have enjoyed your stay in Nigeria. How come these youths don't see anything good about Nigeria, and why is abroad the only option? There's so many factors. There's the colonial damage. You're a product of your environment. You know, you're a product of environment. A lot of people don't know any better. You understand? So if I grew up in Nigeria and all I see is just my environment, I don't know much. I've never lived abroad. I am fantasizing, and then, thanks to the engine called media, what you see on TV, what all that and all that people are telling. Some of those people have relatives abroad who actually lie to them. They deceive them. I met a lot of people that have a huge misconception about life abroad. It's actually very scary. They have a huge misconception. Like, I remember I met a young man. He was arguing with me. He was spitting from both corners of his mouth, arguing. He almost got in a fight with me. Why, you would say? He said somebody told him that if he comes in with visitor's visa to the UK, there's a department that he can go to in Trafalgar Square, and he would tell them that, oh, he doesn't want to go back to Nigeria, but he promises to be a good citizen in England, and they would take him to another department where they would give him a two-bedroom flat, and he would get £250 a week. And I'm like, who told you this nonsense? I'm telling you, bro. This is like a 27-year-old guy. He was arguing blindly. And I'm like, bro, imagine me telling him this is a lie. The guy got angry and he accused me of wanting to block his blessings. Imagine. Somebody said, all I need to do is get my visitor's visa. If I get to, there's a place in London, in the Trafalgar Square area. If I get in there, they will give me a two-bedroom flat. And because I'm a single guy, that they can see that I'm under the age of 30, they will give me £250 per week. And I'm like, bro. And this guy was hell-bent. You can imagine. There was one that the lady said, I actually want to sneak out of Nigeria. I don't want my husband to know. So I said, what? Why? She said, I'm planning. One of my friends is helping me. Can you imagine? That's a very evil friend. She has 2 young children. She said, they said in Manchester, if she can come in with her 2 children, there is a charity that will make sure you get a 4-bedroom house. And because you have children, you and the children will get £200 per week. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the madness? Now, the travel agent that lied and brainwashed this woman asked her to go and bring 1.2 million naira to process this. And the assurance is you recover the 1.2 million like this. And she told me that she was already borrowed about 600,000. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Somebody said he enjoyed Nigeria because he was only there for a few weeks on vacation. No, dummy. I was there for 3 months. 3 months. And this huge misconception that everything in Nigeria is doom and gloom. You're deceiving yourself. There are people that live like gods. Loads of people that actually, a lot of diasporans can't stand next to them. Yes, Nigeria has its challenges. You think everything is about doom and gloom. The buildings are burnt to the ground. Olodu. There are so many people that live like gods. That some of the basic amenities, basic everyday life that they enjoy, there's so many diasporans that cannot stand next to them. There are people in Nigeria that have their own houses, almost finished completion. They are living in their own bungalow. How many diasporans own their properties? Let's start with that. Are you joking? There is a culture in Nigeria that I discovered. It's an unspoken rule. That's not the right statement. It's like you must carry on lying and pretending like you haven't got much. I do pay money. Coeasy. There's this coeasy term. Yeah. If somebody makes 5 million naira, they're not going to tell you that they've just made 5 million naira. Oh, this is how big I am. No, 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 no. You, as the loud-mouthed diasporan that think you are the happening guy, they want to spend your own money. The people who are locally based in Nigeria, they are crafty as hell. They are very smart. You understand? The people that you chat to on your WhatsApp, that they follow you on Instagram, the relatives that you have, a lot of them are doing well. They want what you have. They will never disclose what they have. I was there for 3 months plus. So it's not just a 2 week vacation, eating suya and having pepper soup, eating catfish. Do you know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. You don't have an idea. The reason I'm insulting you, I'm not insulting my viewers. The reason I'm addressing you in person is, one, you know nothing about my itinerary. You make assumption. Okay? So from that point, my respect for you goes down the drain. If you wanted to know, it's a Q&A. If you ask me questions, then I will engage you. Then I will tell you stuff. Then we can discuss. You assume. Do you understand me? 3 months plus. That's a chunk of a year. You understand me? I was fully immersed into the everyday life. So, but you don't assume stuff. Oh, you just went there on vacation. How do you know? You don't know me in person. You didn't see my travel itinerary. You didn't buy me my ticket. You don't know why I even went there. You don't know what I got up to. You don't know anything about my daily life, but you assume. And you want me to give you respect. No. Tell them, I saw that when I was there. Life in Nigeria is sweet. If you check well, people like to just show negative. Yeah, you see, these old. Why did you go back to the UK? That's none of your business. My plans and my personal life, that's my business. I don't know who you are. You are faceless. You don't expect me to just delve into personal things. You dig, but you will see things as they unfold through my channel. All right. What is the difference between voodoo and hoodoo? I don't know, man. I don't do voodoo. I don't do hoodoo. I'm an Ifa practitioner. A lot of these Nigerians in the diaspora love to hear negative news about Nigeria because there are failures here. So they feel better knowing or thinking Nigeria is also doing badly. Boom! Thank you. I don't understand why some people just get defensive. There was a guy, just by telling him about some of the good things that I saw, they quickly discredit you and try to tell you like, oh, you don't understand. Like, who are you to even say that? You know what I'm saying? So, look, man, I saw the way you danced during the Owambe and weddings. Oh, the Owambe, the weddings are great. I used to send money to my sisters and brothers. I stopped sending when I begin to see pictures of their mansions and private schools. I got choked. Yeah, let me tell you, man. Let me just tell you quickly. You see, the culture back home, like I was saying, it's a deeply rooted culture. It's a deeply rooted culture, and it's not exactly. Look, man, talk about Jala. If you're not smart, if you. That's why I always tell diasporans, don't look, especially for those of you that go home, oh yeah, I'll just go back. Oh my God, it's too hot. Oh my God, it's too sunny. You put on the generator. In London, the Nigerians based back home, they just look at you like this. They laugh. They laugh at you. They are very smart. There is a code of conduct. If you are the abroadian, the person, the diasporan in the room, everybody wants to cut a slice of you. You sit with people like this, you are having a bowl of pepper soup. They will tell you how bad the Buhari government is 1,001 times. And that guy that's talking to you is building a duplex. The government is so bad, the guy is building a duplex. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to take you to their building sites. So that's why I tell a lot of diasporans, wake up. You understand me? People want you to prove that you're rolling in money and living big in life. I'm telling you, Franco, I won't be keeping up with the Joneses when the Joneses are secretly broke, living within your means. Oh yeah, I'm envious, bro. 3 months in Ibadan. Sadly, I can only for 3 weeks. Can't wait to see my home in Ibadan through, man. A few people have mentioned your cooking show. I still got the playlist for my cooking videos. I will indulge just from time to time. Or what about guest chefs? Doesn't have to be professional. I'll go back to that when I have the time, the cooking shows. You see, we'll talk about this in a separate show, yeah? But let me just whet your appetite a little bit. From being on ground for like 3 months, what I discovered is there's so many wonderful opportunities, okay? The major challenge that diasporans have is not being on ground. Do you understand? So the distance, you being miles away, somebody can be back home and all they are selling is iced blocks. There are people making 280,000, 380,000 or 400,000 naira per day just selling iced blocks. But you cannot be a diasporan, set that same business up, and sit in the US, sit in the UK, sit in Germany. So this is what I would say to people. The business is not the problem. The implementation of the business, because they will take advantage of you. Oh my Jailoli, they will run it to the ground because you are not there. There are people who are into agriculture, they're doing fantastically well. There are people with fish ponds. There are people with poultry. Go and look at the money that they make. You will be amazed. You don't make the money in the West. I'll be going into some things in subsequent live streams. I'm telling you, man, the problem, one of the number one problem that diasporans have is your presence. So even if you have something, you commit something into their hands, that you are coming, they know you are there for 2-3 weeks. They know you are flying back in a few days. Everybody will pretend, they will lie, they will keep you blind. You don't understand a lot of things I discovered myself. I put them in place myself. I'm at the forefront of my affairs. Nobody, if I go into the market, I go into the local market. You're dealing with people that no middlemen. You know why? I'm on ground and I had abundance of time to get a lot of things done. It's a powerful position. Your Forex, don't get it twisted. Your little $1,000 in your savings in the States is very powerful. Your 1,000 pounds, that's about 770,000 or more naira. If you are on ground, if we buy building materials with 770,000 naira, if you buy land with, help you buy land with Adron, you will see the amount of building materials that we will procure with your money. Some of you don't even know that you have the ability to build a home. Some of you don't know. Some of you don't even know the power that you have in your pound sterling and your dollars. It's because once it genuinely, they've robbed you blind. There is a disconnect. Some of you don't even know it. Forget the kind of job you do for a living abroad. You don't even know the power in that your Forex. Those charlatans back home will lie to you. Will tell you, ask the locally based Nigerian what 500,000 naira can do for them. Let me read this and then we'll shut down. Just fired my architect and builder yesterday. They siphoned my funds without completing the projects. Got to be on. You see? Yeah, Phrankleen, those at home are really crafty. They will never admit they have money. Never. They will keep telling you they are managing. I have a brother-in-law who claims Nigeria is very bad. The government was useless. He has 4 cars, 1 standby driver, 1 house help, a house with diesel generator, a solar backup, private schools, 4 kids. How many diasporans can afford that? Let's stop right there tonight. You know, I'm going to talk. We're going to go into that topic properly, man. You hear me tell you some things. That's true. We need to make use of our exchange rate mechanism. What advice do you have for a young man considering getting into some relationship, possibly leading to marriage? Do you think marriage is something we should all get into? Marriage is not for everybody. Go and do your checks and findings properly. With 48K a year, I still feel useless here in the West, and I feel like something is calling me home. That's the universe telling you something. Yeah, we'll talk about these properly, you know, some of my observation in the course of 3 months, and things you can do and all that stuff in subsequent shows. Thank you. Let me show you the plaque one more time before we wrap up. This is it. Thank you very much. This is the plaque from YouTube. Thank you for the support, and I hope to get to 200K and beyond and all that. I appreciate every one of you. Please like my videos and share. Thanks to everybody on the live stream tonight. Follow me on Instagram, please, at Phrankleen, okay? The way it's spelled on my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at Phrankleen if you haven't. Don't forget to like my videos. Thank you for the super chat. And yeah, if you want to send me emails, foodchannel1960@gmail.com. Look in the description below. And there are subsequent live streams. I might even have a live stream tomorrow. We'll talk, you know, my observation in the course of 3 months plus and all that stuff and what we can do together, man. You know, I'm all for Black excellence. I'm all for moving forward and emancipating, elevating the Black community one step at a time. Thank you once again. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, give consideration to hitting the subscribe button. And I will most definitely catch you in the very next one. Peace and love, man. Bye-bye.